So many women and their partners look forward to this first hour they're going to have their baby in their arms after the birth is over, when they're going to like have that uninterrupted skin to skin time. They've even called it a name, the golden hour, I've heard. So maybe they've heard some benefits of how this is really good for baby, good for milk production, good for bonding, lots of great things about having this first hour or two where the baby is not being messed with. The mother has just time to focus and really like enjoy her child. However, sometimes in the real world, this first hour doesn't go exactly as planned, and parents are discovering that, what they thought was going to be this calm, just focused time doesn't look exactly like their imaginings. Sometimes routine separation happens, and that's something that parents can ask about ahead of time, like what the protocol of your hospital is. Also, sometimes there's medical needs that necessitate an unexpected separation. But even if everything is going really smoothly, there's still stuff going on. Like mom is still in the thick of labor. She's going through the third stage where we're waiting for the placenta. This is where the doctor or the midwife is assessing for any tears. There's just a lot of hubbub, a lot of fussing. Everyone's checking on vital signs for mom, vital signs for baby. And in the midst of all that, it can be hard to just really focus because you're still trying to get through it. And even besides that, sometimes moms just need a minute. Like they've just gone through something major and they're not quite ready to just slow down and focus on their kid. So a lot of parents can grieve that this doesn't go how they expect it to. They can really wrestle and maybe be disappointed or even judge themselves for it. So I think it's like full spectrum preparation to talk about, okay, what are we going to do if we don't get that first beautiful golden hour, or if our golden hour happens later? There is a way to bring a plan or an intention to the first time that you do have uninterrupted focus time with your baby. So, you watch for it, you kind of wait for when does it make sense to do this. For some people, it's going to be when all the medical stuff dies down and the staff is still in the room, but it's just more quiet. Sometimes it's when the staff leaves and the parents are all together with their baby alone for the first time. For some parents, it's the next day after they've had some rest and the baby is in an alert state and it just seems to make sense. If there's a lot of commotion, maybe some medical intervention, it might be when the parents are home with the baby for the first time. For some people, it's even weeks later, and that is perfectly beautiful time to have that golden hour when it makes sense as far as the circumstances allow. So some things that you can bring to that golden hour whenever it makes sense for you would be, if you have a religious faith or religious background, bringing a prayer or a blessing, something that maybe your tradition dictates. Some people who don't have a religious background or want to make their own, they can maybe read a poem or some sort of welcoming statement they made ahead of time. I've had some clients who have, sung a certain song to their baby the whole time it was in utero, and then the first time they sing it out loud to their baby on the outside is very, very special. And sometimes it's something simple like, wrapping the baby in a blanket that you knit yourself, or that was your grandmother's blanket and something that's being passed down. Or the first family selfie. That's a big day. It's a big moment. Or even saying the baby's name out loud for the first time. All of these moments that can pass right by if you aren't being awake and aware. But if you realize that here, this is the way I'm going to say, I'm glad you're here. Welcome to our family. This is when our golden hour exists. And the great thing about this is you can't miss it. You can't lose it. That no matter when it happens, it's still your first time to really focus and to welcome your kid here. We don't have a lot of rituals anymore in our culture, but as a new family with this new baby, you have a chance to create your own ritual and your own way of being parents together.
Tuesday, quick tip.